Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Love ya, Caleb here. And I found one more video about something in Norway that I'm not really familiar with. So this girl's from Portugal and talking about facts about Norway. Let's take a listen. She has the long intros.
Hello everyone, welcome to Working Conditions in Norway. Basically, how video is a collaboration with the Norway Moving Guide. That is a project that I have been involved with.
Cool.
They have two online courses.
Okay.
One on in Norway. The course is organized in different chapters.
Okay.
Documents, tips.
Alright.
Process of moving to Norway and through the process of getting a job in Norway. So if you are interested in this, just check out the website and check out the courses basically. Okay, so let's start with the facts, and the first thing I want to talk about is the Norwegian working hours. So Norwegians have a very balanced work and life relationship. They work so they can enjoy life, not the opposite. They don't live to work. They think that as less hours you work per day, as more productive you are.
Sometimes I hear that phrase, but like, that's what everyone wants to do. Everyone tries to. Anyway, whatever. So
the average person works more or less 37 hours per week. And that's like if you go to work at 9 a.m. and you leave work at 4:30 p.m. And that's incredible because you leave work at 4:30 and you still have the whole afternoon to do incredible things.
It's like most countries though, approximately.
And to enjoy life and to be with your family or friends, go somewhere. So yeah, so that's really, really good. I love that.
What do they stay till 8 in Portugal?
Norway. Besides this, they also like to leave work early on Fridays. I guess it's because the end of the week and weekend is almost there, and I think they just go early so they can start the weekend early. But yeah, the next thing
some companies let their people out early on Friday in America too.
I want to talk about is if you work in an office, you will have most probably lunch included. So your work will give you lunch. They will have someone making lunch for you, or they will have a canteen or something like this. And the lunch hours are included in the work hours. It is a quick lunch, so you don't take too long eating. You just have, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes or 1 hour maximum.
Oh my goodness. She doesn't think that's long. It might be because I don't know if Portugal is. I know in like some Central American countries they have like a siesta, so they take like a long break, and in Brazil sometimes they take like an hour-and-a-half break. That's very long for America. I mean, it's definitely not over an hour. Usually more like a half hour in America. So she seems to be surprised that it's not like 45 minutes. She seems to be like, oh yeah, I don't know, it's okay. To me, it's like it's totally fine.
For lunch, the average Norwegian salary is between 45,000 and 50,000 euros per year, and that's quite a lot. In most businesses,
I think that's a little antiquated. I don't know how old this video is, but I think it's higher now.
Says the dress code is very informal, very casual, very cozy, and even some people have this work shoes, like slippers or comfy shoes, that when they arrive to work they change into
coffee shoes. I never heard of that.
This kind of shoes, just to be more cozy. In general, in Norway, at work, you treat your boss kind of like you treat your colleagues. I guess it's not like this everywhere, but your boss, it's not here and you are here. It's more equal. There's not this kind
of
like superiority position, and I also think that's very nice.
I concur.
Family in Norway is very, very important, so it is very normal.
Not very important in America.
For people that have kids to leave work earlier to get the kids from the kindergarten. That's super normal. In Norway, companies...
Is everybody just cool with that? Like, did they get paid for that time? So the people who don't have kids have to work more? Is that what she's saying?
Or bosses like to make their employees happy. And what happens is sometimes you have, for example, free access to a gym. The company pays for everything so you can go to the gym. They also make company events.
They do these kinds of things in America too.
For example, in Christmas time, they have this huge dinner that everyone is like crazy about. Everyone that works there go together and have dinner, and the company pays everything. It's called julebord. Some companies even travel.
Julebord. Sometimes they have like festival things at companies in America. Not all of them, but some of them.
Together, and the company pays for everything. For example, in architecture offices, I know they do a lot of like study trips to go see an architecture, and the company pays for it. But I know this happens also in other types of companies. Oh, and in Christmas, sometimes they also give you presents, a Christmas present. In a lot of places here in Norway, in the companies, it exists this thing called Cake Friday, where a different person every week brings a different kind of cake, and they share with the company. And I think that's really cool, but also not very healthy. Here in Norway, when you work in a company for a long period of time, you can take a gap year, and this means that you can stop working for a full year, travel, do things you would like to do in your life, and then come back at the end of that year, and your position will still be there.
That's insane. That's like, I've heard stories. I've heard some stories kind of like that in America, but that's almost unheard of. Very rare, and definitely not a general policy for any companies I know of that I can think of.
For you. You can just like enjoy this year without doing anything related to work, and just come back and have your place secured and continue working. When you are sick, you can miss work.
It's so dope. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like some businesses wouldn't be able to do that, but I don't know. I'd have to think about it for a while.
Work 3 days in a row, and you don't even have to give a justification. You have to call, of course, saying you are not going to work because you are sick, but you don't need any proof that you are sick. You don't need to go to the doctor so he can...
These are kind of like, Norway is almost living in a utopia, because like, here's the thing, and I say this all the time in my videos, you have to have a culture that is, you can pretty much rely on people, and they can be quite trustworthy. Because in America, oh my gosh, this would be taken advantage of all the time. And there's a lot of mental health issues in America. There's a lot of like selfish people and a lot of just bad stuff. So I mean, this can only happen, I believe, in cities, in populations that have fairly high moral standards, and yeah.
Give you a paper, so you can give the paper to the people at work to prove that you are sick. You can just miss those 3 days. If it's more than 3 days, then you need to get that proof. But yeah, here in Norway you have 24 vacation days with payment, so they will pay you for being on vacation. Plus the national holiday, so if you put all of this together, you will have a huge vacation with payment. And you can even have more days on vacation, but of course...
How many days are in the national holiday? Or is she saying one of the national holiday? I don't know.
They don't pay those ones, but you can have them. And if you get sick while you are on holidays, they will give you those vacation days back. So they will give you the extra days you were sick, so you can have your vacation. That's incredible. And the last thing...
That is incredible.
It's about the pregnancy leave. So if someone is going to have a baby, both the mother and the father can stop working for 49 weeks. And that's
so crazy. Oh my gosh. And still getting paid, right?
Basically a whole year. And all of this...
If that's paid, which I believe it is. She didn't say, but I believe it is. Oh my goodness. people don't believe me. When like Europeans, I've said in my videos before, and Europe, like a lot of Europeans just do not believe me. They're like, uh, I tell them like people would take advantage of this. People already take advantage of the benefits they get from having children from the government. And some people have a lot of kids and they get like a stipend from the government every month. And they don't really have any desire to do anything in their life. They never really tried, and they see their children as sort of just as a check, a monthly check from the government. And I don't like saying that. I don't want to say that. And again, people might disagree with me and think I'm wrong. And when I say that, like, people would take advantage of that in America. If you got 49 weeks off, and just for having a child, they would have like a child each year. Some would. I know it's hard to imagine if, especially I can see if you lived in a decent society, like where people are generally the same and generally fairly honest, generally mentally healthy, generally trying to do things with their life. It's hard to imagine, but you haven't lived my life. You haven't lived in America. You know, maybe there's some American viewers. But even in America, there's people who I'll tell them things about where I'm from in America, and they just won't believe me, or they don't. Some people just cannot fathom outside of their specific experience. And I know people who have children that are just living off the government. I know people like that. And there's a lot more that I don't know. And there's a lot more that I see and I hear of cases. And you can check out other videos on my channel talking about that if you'd like. But yeah, I mean, it just would not work in America. I'm not saying don't have some time for give some. I think people should have some time not working, taking care of their child, of course. But this specific policy of 49 weeks, if it's paid, it just wouldn't work in America.
While receiving full salary. And if they want to have more time with the pregnancy leave, they can surely do it, but they will receive less salary. So they will be on around 80% or...
Oh, 80%. This is, I mean, yeah, it just keeps going. Like, the people would be like, oh no, I'm just gonna like eat less fast food, a little bit less fast food, and spend the money on a little less garbage, junk stuff that I don't need. They would just adjust their lifestyle a little bit instead of being like, okay, I'm ready to return to work. They would milk that. I don't have a percentage of how many people, but it's enough to be a problem, I'll say.
Or sometimes less, it depends on the case. And that's it for today. I'm sure there are a lot more facts about this subject, so I could be talking here for a long, long time, but yeah.
That's it. Thank you, Amie. That is an interesting name. Anyway, yeah, thanks you guys for watching. Try to keep it positive. Sort of went down towards the end, but I'm trying to be honest too. I do not want people to think of any degree of trying to make things up or trying to push an agenda or be dishonest in any way. But I want to keep it light and fun. So anyway, whatever. If you would like, comment, subscribe, I'd appreciate it. And yeah, that's it. Thanks very much. Comments are the best. So take care.